And I think we're live. Got there in the end. Oh man, I thought we were never going to get live. I really did. I really did. I don't know what happened, but the sim seemed to completely forget that we had the A320neo installed. I don't know why. It just did. That's all I know. So I'm just thankful that we're live. Anyway, welcome to tonight's stream. We are taking a short hop from LAX over to Vegas. Quite a cool flight. I do like this as a route. It's a really nice little route. And we're cold and dark in LA. We'll get ourselves pushed back. And you're probably looking at about an hour in the air. Maybe a little bit less, in fact. We'll see how things go. If we've got the time, we might even do the return leg. We'll see how things go. See how we're doing for time. I'm very conscious that today the PMDG 737-900 has come out, so obviously a lot of the other members of the flight sim community are streaming with it, and there's a lot of interest in it, so I'm very aware that this might be a quiet one, so we'll see how it goes. I did think about streaming the 737, but then I thought I've only got the 800 and everyone wants to see the 900, so I might as well do something totally different. And it'd be kind of nice just to get back into the A320neo. I feel like I've been doing a lot of Boeing stuff the last week, what with the arrival of the new Thrustmaster yoke, which is awesome. But yeah, missing the old faithful. Okie dokie, let's get ourselves sorted, shall we? I'm using a new mouse tonight, so it's entirely possible that might all go wrong for us. Let's get this thing fired up. Oh, blimey. Of course, it doesn't have my SimBrief user ID, does it? Damn it. That's a darn shame. I'm guessing the plane doesn't either. Anyway, let's get this thing fired up. We'll sort that out in a minute. Let's get some batteries on. I swear this is just like the day for... What is going on here? So off. What's going on with my sound? I think everything's going wrong today. Right, hold up just a second, guys. Sorry about this. That's better. And now my screen's gone dark. Oh no. Alright, everyone remain calm and know what I'm doing. Doing. Honest. Enjoy the music while I fix this, sorry. Worst stream ever. Might be long. Sorry. It's all going so wrong. Right, we're back. We're back. Oh man. Tell you what, if there's any of you left after that, I'd be surprised. Right, I've got my sim brief ID in here. So we're going LAX to Las Vegas. I don't know why, but this seems awfully dim, this screen. Not entirely sure why that is. Anyway, let's download the fuel that we will need. Oh, I've got it's all gone back to its defaults. I usually have the fueling set to instant because I'm kind of lazy. I think that's done it. Cool. Right. Here we go. External power is on. Batteries are on. Parking brake is set. Nav and logo. Let's get that one on. Sort out the APU. Master. Wait. 1, 2, 3. And start. Hey, Swee. How's it going? Oh, we're having a nightmare in here tonight. Nightmare, I tell you. Still, we're getting there. Getting there eventually. So we're just waiting for this one to turn to available, then we'll go for APU start. Meantime, oh, so when I started the sim tonight, it completely forgot that I had the A320neo installed. I had to reinstall it, and all of my settings and things have all gone out the window, so I'm kind of on a vanilla install of it. Right, APU on. Plus I ordered a new mouse from Amazon today and that arrived and that was faulty. It's just like, oh, why are you doing this to me?
Order completed.
Oh, okay. So got all the sounds as well, haven't we? It's okay, we'll get there. Not entirely sure how tonight's stream's going to be in terms of like numbers and stuff. I'm kind of very aware that the Boeing 737-900's out today, so I know a lot of people are sort of doing first day review flights with that, in a lot of cases live as well, so that's all good though.
Ladies and gentlemen from the flight deck, on behalf of myself, your captain, the first officer and cabin crew, I'd like to take this time to welcome you aboard our flight. We're just wrapping up some paperwork up front here and waiting to receive final numbers from the ground crew, then we'll be on our way. Flight attendants will be coming through the cabin shortly with a very important safety briefing. We do ask that you give them your full, undivided attention as they review the safety operations of this Airbus aircraft. We do appreciate your business having you aboard this flight. If there's anything we do to make your flight any more enjoyable, please don't hesitate to ask. Welcome aboard.
Forgot it does that by default. Okay, we can get rid of external power now. Now we're running on our own power. So we'll do fuel pumps. Get those on. Oxygen for the crew. Arm the emergency lights. No smoking because it is not the early 90s. We're just looking for white lights. We're working our way through the panels. Nothing, 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 nothing. Cool. Now, what is local pressure? Here on the ground, 1026. Nice. Okey-dokey. So let's go to init. Init request. The screen seemed very dark. Superb. Right, perf. Flaps 1/UP0.1. Put that in there. Also, we'll do our 0 fuel weight and confirm our block fuel. The flex temp, I don't know, I just always put it to -50, but I don't have the information to work out what it properly is. So 130 V1, VR is 131, V2, 135. So, coming out of LAX, what are we on? Departure. Four left. We're actually going to be heading the wrong way very briefly. 24 left. And we'll do the Orca 5. There we go. Transition via mizzen. Sweet. That's good. Waiting for this one to come to life because of course I've there you go, IR line in 2 minutes. Now what about into Vegas? 26 left. Will it have it? Because Sim Toolkit did not. R&D. Oh, there it is. Look at that. I've got Z1 from SimBrief. This has got Z2. So I say we just go with it. Trying to figure out how to install a driver for your screen. We've had this flickering issue for a while now. I don't know. Didn't know I needed a driver. It's not to do with variable refresh by any chance? Is it a high refresh display? I.e. more than 60 Hz, like a 144, 165, 240, that kind of thing? Hey, there we go, the nav's come to life. So, I think I'm going to leave that as it is because it wants us to take off and go to Orly. So we're going to take off, runway 24 left, go to Orly. But I mean, that's like barely a mile outside the runway. I don't really want to be twisting and turning that soon. I might get us out. Because you see there's a manual line here in the flight plan. Manual basically means we just continue going this way indefinitely. Now in the real world, of course, we'd be vectored by ATC, but we don't have ATC today, so I'll probably wait till we're about 5 miles out, then do us a nice gentle bank round, pick up the flight plan, and make our way across. Yeah, so you got a 165, that's nice. Great choice, first of all. I love mine. Yes, so there's a couple of things. Make sure you've got the latest GPU driver for whatever GPU you have, whether it's Nvidia or AMD. Nvidia, I have an Nvidia. Mine is pretty good at auto-detecting when a variable refresh rate display is connected. You also will need to go sort of right-click on your desktop, I think, then go to like display settings, then go to advanced. By default, it will lock itself to 60. There should be a drop-down where you can put the thing to fully 165, and then the whole experience will just go from like feeling normal to feeling like absolute butter. It's really nice. Catches so many people out. Alright. Let's put ourselves up into plan. So, as we start going towards Vegas, basically in a straight line. What does our perfect. I don't know why my screen is so dim. What GPU do you have, sorry? Not sure what it's doing there, but that makes sense. So it sounds like I've got a very similar setup to yourself. I've got a 3070 and I've got a FreeSync display. Mine isn't G-Sync. It's G-Sync compatible, but you don't have what is it called? Is it backlight strobing on your monitor? That can sometimes cause problems. That's where it flickers the backlight on and off in sync with the frames that your PC is outputting, such that you don't see the transition between one frame to another as the pixels kind of change from one colour to another. It's an attempt to eliminate ghosting, but it can also kind of cause more problems than it solves in some instances. Alright, I think we're looking good. We've got flight directors on, local pressure. What is the plan for us getting out of here? 3,000 and 10. So we'll put 10 in the window. G2730. Not familiar with that display. It'll be buried in the menu somewhere, usually under like game settings or I mean mine has it, I couldn't tell you where it is though. It's a case of just going through every single sub menu and seeing if it's there. But like backlight strobing, I think it's sometimes just cool. I don't suppose there's a firmware update on your monitor? Like the internal software within your monitor? Like forget the PC software, I'm just talking about the actual software that Lenovo wrote for that monitor to run on the little chips that are inside the screen. 50% off? Yeah, was it 1440p? Have you only just got it? Right, let's get our doors locked. Okay, I mean like worst case, just send it back. I don't know where you are in your region, but like I know here and most other places, you send it back within like 14 days. Sometimes more. You got a new setup, nice. Yeah, I wouldn't stress too much about it. If it's not right, send it back. Maybe give it a day or two to see if see if you can get it to work with the driver, but if you can't, bye-bye. On to the next one. So you think the driver's fixed it? Right. What is our plan for getting out of here? So there's our runway. 24 left. So I guess we push back. Get our tail round to there. And then we move forward. And we got a relatively short taxi. We can probably just join around there. Off, straight on. Let's go. Now then, can I use... Will our pushback thing work? I think it might do. So I had an issue earlier on. Earlier on this week. Let's see if this will work just about there. Thoughts on GSX Pro? Is it worth it? I keep wondering whether I should give it a whirl. Okay, sparker brake is on, APU bleed is on, seatbelt signs we need to put on. Right, let's request our pushback, shall we? Oh yeah, right. Yeah, the Phoenix.
They'll exit to the buckle and pull on the strap to tighten. To release, just lift the top flap of the buckle. Please keep your seatbelt fastened low and tight across your lap, even when the seatbelt sign is off, and have it visible to the crew at all times. Your life vest is in a pouch under your seat. Image directed by the crew. Tear open the pouch, remove the vest, and pull it over your head. Wrap the strap around your waist. Secure the buckle and pull the strap in tight. As you exit the aircraft, the place best by pulling down
Yeah, I
firmly
often
on the
wonder
red
about
tab,
the Phoenix.
while blowing into the tubes on both sides. A locator light on the shoulder will turn on automatically.
Ultimately, it's a lot of money when you have to fly by wire.
Inside the aircraft. This Airbus A320 is 8 emergency exits, 2 doors in the front, 4 window exits over the wings, and 2
Right,
doors
let's
in the
push
back.
back in the start.
Each door is equipped with an evacuation slide that can be detached from the aircraft. Please take a moment now to locate your closest exit and remember it may be behind you. If there is a change in cabin pressure, 4 oxygen masks will drop from overhead. Firmly pull the
Why is it
mask
not
towards
doing
the
it?
starting flow of oxygen. Place the mask over your nose and mouth, pull the elastic bands around your head, and tighten the straps on both sides. Even though the bag may not inflate, oxygen will be flowing. Be sure to put your mask on first before helping others, and we'll let you know when it's no longer needed. We'll be passing through the cabin to make sure we are ready for departure. You can help us by making sure your seatbelt is fastened. Your seat back is upright, your tray table is good, and all carry items are put away. If you have any questions about the safety features of this aircraft, please don't hesitate to ask. Smoking, food, use electronic cigarettes is never allowed on any flight. Tampering with, disabling, or destroying smoke detectors and aircraft pressures is a federal offense and could result in a fine. For your convenience, this aircraft has 3 restrooms, 1 in the front of the cabin and 2 in the back, and each is equipped with an empty
Hey, we're off.
table. We'll be adjusting the main cabin lights for departure. If you need it, there's a reading light above your seat. We're here to make sure you have a safe and comfortable flight. Thank you for your attention, and we hope you enjoyed this experience.
Let's get engine started. Set the flaps to 5. Have I ever flown with 16 gig of RAM? Yes, I have. So I spent a long time agonising whether it was worth going to 32. So I probably ran 16 for the first year or so of my system being built. And I went 32 and I was a bit like, oh, that was pointless. But what I did notice was that it got rid of a lot of the stutters. I always noticed when I came into land, especially in the A320, coming into land, bring the throttles back to idle just before touchdown, and I would notice, whoops, wrong way. I would notice a dip as soon as I would like move the throttles. And I went to 32 gig of RAM and that went away. So I don't know what to tell you, but it worked. Let's see if we can brighten these screens up. It feels awfully dim in here. Awfully dim. Right. But yeah, 16 is fine. You'll be okay with 16. I mean, keep in mind that was also a long time ago, so it may be that the sim has improved since then. It felt like every time I touched an input device that hadn't been used in ages, it's almost like I woke it up and went, oh, I'm awake now, and then the sim went, what? And then it stuttered. That was kind of how it felt. But now, yeah, I don't know, maybe the sim's just gotten better in that regard. It doesn't make your FPS any higher, I don't think, it just kind of maybe smooths out some of the lows. Okay, engine switch is back to normal. turn off our APU bleed because we're running on our own steam now, which is good. We will do strobes. Where are you? Auto. Nose lights to taxi. We won't do runway turn off because yeah, it's broad daylight. We'll be fine. And right, let's do some stuff here then. Auto brake max. There it is. Yeah, you're exactly right, and I've kind of come to that realization literally only in the last week. So with the Boeing yoke, I've had to completely rearrange my kind of streaming room. On one side of it, I've got a 165Hz Dell monitor where I sort of do like Call of Duty and all that stuff. On the other side, I had a 4K TV, which I normally had my PS5 on for like Gran Turismo or Wheel and all that sort of stuff. But now I'm doing my flight sim on that monitor or that TV. Hey, Wessam! But actually, it's only a 60Hz monitor. And it's 4K, and my 3070 struggled with the 4K. So...
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
What I did was I enabled VSync to get rid of all the tears, and then I set it to be 50% of my monitor's refresh rate, as in the frame rate cap. So really I'm only getting 30 FPS max, but it feels fine. It's so strange because I've been obsessing over frames per second for like years, you know, like in Call of Duty. Why am I only getting 110? I should be getting 135, that kind of thing. Whereas this, it just goes out the window. You don't really need it. A smooth, consistent 30, what I've come to learn, a consistent 30 is way better than an inconsistent whatever. Just being at 30 smooths out so many of the dips and stutters. Rather than it trying to be like 60, 50, 70, 40, 30, 60. It's like way nicer this way. Right, let's have a little taxi, shall we? Need to arm our spoilers, of course. Am I cooking my gas? Right. Parking brake off. And let's have a little taxi down, shall we? Test the brakes. Test all the controls work while we're here, because why not? Right, let's make a little turn over here. Hey, don't worry, Wessam. Just glad you stopped by. You just don't feel under any pressure to stay. But it's good to have you, nevertheless. Hey, we got a yoke cam. Hi. Right, I'm just going to hold short here. So we're on the joystick tonight, obviously. What are we doing? Lights. Parking brake off. let's head on out. Best thing I've done adding the yoke cam. I'm glad you like it. Here we go, 24 left. Let's get the ND back into arc. See if the FPS can handle LAX. I haven't yet tried somewhere built up like this yet with the new 4K settings. Right. Speed brake. What's it saying about speed brake? Oh no. Why has it done that? Good job I checked. The flaps are going back in, that's good. I don't know why the flaps and the speed brakes decided to go out then. Right, I'm going to hold it on the brakes. Into toga. Yes, I am on the stable version, hence some of the stuff is not available. Right, and let's rotate. Pop it away. Positive rate. Gear up. Goes LA. Levers back into climb. And we'll set our speed. Speed of 250, and we use our direct 2. There we have it. AP on. Get the map on for you guys. A little bit unsure how tonight was going to go in terms of numbers. What with the 737-900 being out. Because that's today, isn't it? I do believe. Hey, no worries. See you in a bit, sweet. Yeah, I saw a few people doing some flights of it. Everyone's already buying it anyway. I don't know. Someone asked me earlier, am I going to get it? And I was like, well, I've got the 800, so I don't really see the advantage. Am I right in thinking that it's full price even if you own the 800? Hey Europe, how's it going? Nice to see you. I mean, if it was like, I don't know, 20 quid to upgrade, say you own the 800 and you want the 900 and they're like, give us 19.99, 20 bucks, whatever, I'd probably do that. And if it's like another 69.99 or 74.90, whatever it is, it's at that point that would be a bit like, yeah, you know what, I'm probably not going to do that. And that's not to like disparage them or anything. Like, I've no doubt it's an amazing product. The 800 is amazing. The 700 I've heard is amazing. I've got no doubt it's all amazing. But there comes a point where you have to assess what is the value to you. For me, I'm saving my pennies for the 777. What's our transition today? I think it's 19,000 or is it 18,000? It was 18. How much is GSX Pro? I think it's is it 30? 35? Something like that. What do you have at the minute, Weston? Is you've got the 700? Is that right? So am I right in saying the Captain Sim is basically a skinned 747? No worries, Wesson. Take it easy. Cheers for popping by. Appreciate it. Yeah, I think my sights are set on the PNDG 777 when that comes out. That'll be quite something. So it's actually quite a short flight. Very short. I don't know why my screen is so dim. It's only 197 miles to go. We're going up to flight level 310. Then we need to get down to 16,000. Ignoring that, flight level 310. 12.5, 11, 9, 8, 5, 4, 8. So this 16,000, what's that one? Is that like an above? Yeah, so we can go down to 13. Split the difference between 13 and 19. Ooh. Sorry, all I appear to have hit the wrong button. 2 secs. There we go. My bad. So how do I get the MCDU screen to go up? Right, we need our top of descent calculator, don't we? So we're going to be going from 31,000 to 16,000. Need 56 miles. Am I using live weather? No, we're not. Oh. Should we do live weather? That'll be worth it, right? That's better. It's nice to have some live weather. That's better. Now then, how do I get this screen to brighten up? I feel like there should be a way. Ah, right. That'd be the one. Yes. Okay, so what are we at? 20. So we're basically at top of descent, top of climb, and we have until RNDRZ renders. We'll call that RNDRZ. It's going to be that one, isn't it? 108 miles. And according to this, say we want to go all the way down to 13, we need 66 miles. Okay, that's cool. Don't mind me. So it's wanting our destination data already. That's how short this flight is. Let's jump on in and sort that out before we go and look out the window for a bit. Remember, 66 miles is the magic number. So air pressure in Las Vegas, 1029. 1029.
Just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As it begins to settle in, I do want to remind you
12 degrees. Cold for Vegas.
I suppose it is February. Also, one more reminder to please refrain
20
from
and 7.
congregating to the front galley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
Right. 30 miles. Just gotta work out where's best to look. That way, that way. Maybe that way. Quick show of hands when we get to Vegas. Who's up for going back? Nice, sweet, cool. Alright, it's that time. See how I can brighten. This all seems very dim up here, and I don't know why that is. Anywho, 13,000 feet, please and thank you. At 2,000 feet a minute. Why did it just do that? There it goes.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Yeah, you're right, that is annoying. Sweet, that is very annoying. Evening, Harry. How are you? Very good, thank you very much. Cannot complain, never can complain doing this. This is my happy zone. Hyper-V? What's Hyper-V? Is that like one of their proprietary apps to manage stuff? Yes, Harry, I think so. Doesn't matter what time of day it is, flight sim time is my happy time of day. Something about it, don't know what it is, it's very therapeutic. I guess it depends what else you have to do on a Monday or a Tuesday. So the progress bar seems to think we're only 10 minutes away, but I struggle to believe that. There is no way we're going to be on the ground in 10 minutes. I mean, I can't even see Vegas from here. There's no way. There's just no way. There ain't no way. But it finally snows. Can you do a live weather in snow? Yeah, in fact I think we did one not that long ago, thinking about it. Was it back in January? Either January or December it kind of snowed in the UK. I'm always very impressed actually. It was really foggy the other morning. And dropping the kids off at school, and I was due to come home and do some streaming afterwards. I remember thinking like, well, I can barely see to the end of the road, it's that foggy. And I thought, I wonder if the sim will recreate that. And I was flying back, where did we start? I think it was like Marseille in France. And sure enough, as soon as we hit the UK, you could just see this big blanket of fog. Almost over the whole country. Coming into Birmingham, you just could barely see the runway until like 100 feet. Okie dokie. It's local pressure 1028. How do you brighten up this? This feels very dim. I don't know how to brighten it up. Does anybody know? I feel like it should be pretty obvious. Yeah, it is completely eluding me. Speaker. Ah, there it is. That's the one. It's better. Much better. So we're 3 miles away from where we need to be at 13,000, which is great. Then what's the plan? And we need to be above 12.5. My mouse is not enjoying itself here. Then above 9. What's that, 11? Above 11. Okay, so we bided our time. So we're just sitting pretty now at 12,500, 250 knots. Is that a question for me, Harry, or Swee? This could be relevant in both cases. Oh, me. Yes. Yes, I am. In fact, we now have a yoke cam, so when it comes to going on to final, we'll get that on the go. Yeah, Swee's just got a new setup as well, so... trying to get the monitor sorted. Any luck, by the way, Swee? Any luck on that? Let's go into plan. We'll zoom out a little bit. So here's the plan. Zoom out a touch. We're going to keep heading, then we'll do a turn to the right, and then loop ourselves back round, come in on final. Just a case of following it down. Nice and easy, he says. So is that a driver for your GPU or a driver for the monitor? Oh, okay. So what, do they just give you like an installer that you double click, or is there more to it? Time to go down to 11,000. I think we'll get our speed down to 210 now because we've got a waypoint, the next waypoint, not this one we're heading to, but the next one. We also have a speed restriction of 210. Maybe use a bit of speed brakes. That'll allow us to keep the rate of descent nice and high while also getting that speed down. Get some flaps out now. We're able to now at a certain speed. Go. Fire control panel manually? What? Not through like device manager, is it? Do I know how to control spoilers? I think I do. Unless I'm doing it wrong. I just have a button that kind of deploys them. When you're in autopilot, they'll only deploy to 50% anyway. You can still override it though, Sui, I think, if you do it manually and point it to the file that Lenovo have given you, it will override that, I think. Vegas. How strange. Yeah, we're down to 9,000 feet now. Been descending for some time. We've got decel coming up as well, around about here. That'll bring us in, we'll loop ourselves around, in on final. Jobs are good. Yeah, it's really not a long flight. LA to Vegas is very short. I think we're going to go into heading select mode. Because I don't like the way the plane looks. See that dotted line, which was our intended. I don't like the way the plane is kind of cutting off these waypoints. We could do with these waypoints to be on final approach. So I think we're going to keep going straight and box it off and come in. go down to 4,800. We get our landing system on. Get those ready. So we are way above the glide slope. Let's activate our approach phase. Let's get ourselves slowed down. And get hucks up, plumbed in. There we go. Strangely, it looks like we have a flight plan discontinuity. After Huxar. Better. Stable version doesn't have VNAV, you're quite right. Hence I'm doing it all myself. Which is a bit of a shame. There's the airport straight up ahead. Let's get yoke cam on. Here we go, auto brake medium. Get approach mode on to start. Get ourselves slowed down to our approach speed. There we go, here come the flaps. Nice. So that's the glide slope intercepted on the localizer. Got a fair little fair bit of crosswind going on there. It's definitely not nothing.
$2,500.
Gear down.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Gear down. Oh, nice one, Swee. Well done. Okay, my plane. My plane indeed. So we've got the wind hitting us, almost like a tailwind, so we might need a little bit more flare just to keep that landing as smooth as possible. Need to be to the right a little bit. Just need to arrest that descent just slightly. There's the scenery reloading as we get closer to it. I don't know why it does that. It's very strange. Just a little bit on the low side.
$500.
There we go.
400.
We are way too low. It's better.
300. 200. 100. 50, 40,
Okay.
30, 20, 10, 5.
Down you go then. There we are. Reversers. We're down. I felt a little bit floaty there. Not gonna lie. Man, what is up with those graphics? They look terrible. Look at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. It's just like a smudge. Right, let's find the terminal. Get the map back on. Bevy's in the chat, look out. Party started now. Yeah, touchdown zone was a bit strange. It was really weird that, because like Pappies were saying I was low all the way down. But then it felt like we were too high when it actually came to it, so I don't know. Never quite sure I trust the Pappies in this game. I'll give that one a 6 out of 10. Wasn't terrible, but it wasn't great. I love all the jagged lines in the asphalt. Right, where shall we park? How about in there? This will do. You're okay, Bevy? You're right on time. Right. Parking brake on. Yeah, it's weird, Harry. I don't know whether sometimes the ILS markers that you get on your PFD don't necessarily marry up to what the pappies are expecting. Really weird. Really, really weird. How are we doing for time? It's 20 to 9. Hey, that's good news, sweet. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Damn sweet. I should have put the AP on while we were taxiing, really. That's my bad. Yeah, maybe restart. See if that helps. Right, engine's off. Why has it done that? Why are the flaps extended? I forgot. It's the honest answer. Who wants to head back to LA? Anyone? Right, I'm just generating a flight plan, bear with. Trust me, Harry, you wouldn't want me as a pilot. I'm an idiot. Right. Where is Sim Toolkit Pro? There you are. 53 feet a minute. Maybe that's why the landing was a bit late. Focusing too much on getting it smooth rather than getting it right. No Sid. Ooh. Yeah, we're going back. Just getting ourselves sorted. I'm just making a flight plan and we'll get the plane cleaned up and we'll head back. If I were you, sweet, I would be sending that monitor back. If it's new and it's already giving you problems, just get rid. Time to go. Time to go. No messing. Okie dokie. So let's get the new flight plan. That's changed Las Vegas to LAX. That's good. Pressure on the ground here is 1027. It's changed. Yo. Okay, so we're refueling. We'll change that to instant. Yeah, there we go. Phew. You have warranty till 20. I would just... I don't know. I'd just get rid of it, personally. If it's giving you issues like this day one. Get your money back. Reassess the situation, maybe. Righty-ho. Let's go to here. ATSU, AOC, init. Init data request. There we go. Las Vegas, LAX. 43 minutes in the air. That'll do us nicely. Get our 0 fuel weight. Confirm that. Nice. Do flaps 1. UB 0.1. Minus 50. Just because I don't know what else to put. 129. Rotate at 130. B2 134. And what runway are we taking off on? 01 right. Where on earth is that? We're going to use the SID Raider 1. Got Raider 2 here, that'll do. Transition on black. Discontinuity there. Let's go into plan mode a minute and see what's going on. Let's clear that one. Then coming into LAX, runway 24 right. Wireless. I just got past it, didn't I? There we go, 24 right. Angel 4. Via circus, shall we? That makes sense. Transition. Nice, that should do it. Okay, let's click through. Circus, skull, then that's basically on final at that point. Decel. Ah, it's a straight line all the way in. That's my kind of flight plan, I like it. what's my opinion on in-game ATC? Yeah, it's limited, isn't it? But I guess unless you've got some super powerful AI doing it, it's never going to be great. For me, I don't stress over ATC too much. Like, I'd rather be sort of chatting to you guys and enjoying the plane and the flying. Maybe I'll get into VATSIM. I don't know. Tricky one. Right, I just need to get myself a map of the airport because I don't know where runway 01 is. Okay, so I think we come out of here and then use taxiway Charlie. Then Delta. Yeah, Charlie then Delta. I think we're good then. Charlie then Delta. Alright, speed brakes. Armed. Auto brake. Max. I always find it weird doing it like this, like when it's not completely cold and dark, I lose my place as to what I should be doing. Alright. So AP bleed is on, everything's good, no white lights. So in theory, we can begin looking at planning a pushback. There's the tug. So what do I have to do? Release my parking brake. Right. Let's cancel this. New manual pushback. Oh, there we go, look. What's it doing? We pre-plan one now? Come on, Tug. You can do it. Come on. Come on. Oh. Right, now let's request the pushback. Not very good at using this tool. No worries, sweet. Good luck with the monitor. I hope it all works out. But yeah, don't be afraid to send it back, would be my advice. You're not married to the thing, you know, just if it's not right, it's not right, get rid of it, move on. You don't want to be stuck with it. If it drags on too long, then you might potentially run out of your returns window, so keep that in mind. Why are we not moving? What is it I'm doing wrong? Do I want the parking brake on or off at this point? I mean, the tug is allegedly attached. Yeah, nose wheel steering disc. Cool. Release parking brake. Then pushes back, right? I don't know. Let's get the engines on. Thank you, Tug. Got there in the end, eh? How's things looking then? Cool.
Flight attendants, please prepare for takeoff.
So we should be good to run on our own power now. Get the APU off. Now, what is our plan as we head out? 5,000. Is that above? Yes, it is. Sweet. 10,000. Above. 13. Above. Flight level 320. Let's just put 320 in. Let's not mess about. Right, let's do a takeoff config check, because I've got a funny feeling. Auto brake is set to max. Let's do autobrake max. Flaps are 1. Normal. Do the cabin's ready. Put engines back to normal. APU is available. Parking brake is on. Yeah. Imagine that. It's getting foggy. Okay, so we need taxiway Charlie, then Delta. So we'll keep our eyes open. I think basically we need to do a right turn. I think we need to go this way. That Mandalay Bay hotel looks absolutely pants. So I think we keep going. I need to zoom the cabin lights. Where did you spot that? You're probably right. Just having a mad panic that I never set my flight recorder going. Oh, I did, thank goodness. That'd be a shame. Right, now we should have taxiway Delta any moment. Alpha. Hey Matthew, just in time. We're just about to head back to LA after a brief stopover in Vegas, where our landing wasn't the finest, but what are you going to do? That's taxiway Bravo. I think we want this one up here. Look at the textures on that hotel. What are they playing at? I'm sure it's supposed to look better than that, right? I'm sure it is. We'll have a look for the switch in a moment. Here's Delta. Nice. This is us. If we cross 26 right, follow Delta around, we should be able to loop around the back of runway 01 right if I've got this right. Highly possible that I haven't got it right though. We'll hold short and do lights in a minute. Harry, we'll have a look. There's us, I believe. We should be able to hop on down here to the right. See this feeling just the tiniest bit stuttery. One right, there we go, we made it. We made it. Right. Let's just hang here for a second. Okie dokie. Oh, landing lights are already on. Very good. Right, how do we dim the cabin lights? Is that going to be up here? Not one I've ever gone for before, actually. Or is that something the cabin crew would do? Overhead lighting, dome, seatbelts on. Cabin fans. Well, in the interest of time, we might just leave it for now. And go get ourselves lined up. There's the old stratosphere, look. God love it. My wife jumped off of that. Lunatic. Okie dokie. Yoke cam at the ready. Everyone ready to go back? Let's get ourselves lined up a little bit better. Clear for takeoff, runway 1 right, indeed. Let's go. Hold it on the brakes. Let's go. So why does this runway feel a bit short? Oh no. We're fine. Let's go. Windy. Positive rate, gear up. Let's have a look out the window, shall we? It is Vegas after all. Man, some of those textures are ropey, aren't they? The MGM doesn't look too bad. Caesars. There's the Win, Encore, Circus. You can just see the tent out front. And there's the Stratosphere, that tower that my wife decided to jump off of. I can't believe she did that. And our room was just there. Oh, too busy looking out the window. Sorry, everyone. Okay, let's get the map back on. Yeah, it's weird, the stratosphere. It's completely out on a limb, and you can really see it from the air here. Look, it's almost like the developers made a bet that really the strip would be developed such that loads of other attractions would be built up to meet it, but at the time that we went in 2015, that was just not the case at all. Like, this sort of area here really felt a bit dodgy, if I'm being honest. Where's Circus Circus? I think, where was that? Was that there? And you've got Win and Encore. I think the Win and the Encore really sort of represented the end of the strip. And then there was just this expanse of, like, nothinginess, and then you had the stratosphere right at the end. Now then, down here was pretty cool. Fremont Street, that was decent. Recommend that. But yeah, put it this way, you wouldn't want to walk this bit late at night on your own. It felt a bit sketchy. Pretty cool though, you sort of come down this road, up there, along here, there's a monorail station, and it will take you all the way along, around this exhibition centre here, where like CES and things like that are. Down past this golf course. It's fantastic. Just a little bit weird around the stratosphere. A little bit weird. Cool place to visit though. So you'll notice we've strayed a bit off the green line on the mini-map. That's because SimTalkit Pro that drives that does not know about the SID that we're doing today. You my ATC today, Harry, thank you. Right, the aircraft seems fairly stable. I'm going to be back in 2 minutes. Alright, I'm back. Yeah, let's let the passengers out, shall we? Why not? Good idea. You're like a first officer tonight, Harry. Like it. So, what's the plan? Let's have a look at this here. So here's us, heading up to flight level 320. Now here we could go down to 190. Angel. But how far is it to Angel? Not Angel. I don't know how you're supposed to say it. $108 and we're going to be at 320. Oops. And we're going to go down to... Oops. Come on. We go down to 190. 50 miles required. Hey, no worries, Harry. You have a good evening, and appreciate you coming by tonight. Always nice to see some familiar names in the chat, so it doesn't go unnoticed. I appreciate it. Maybe catch you later.
gentlemen, once again to the flight deck, your captain speaking. We've just reached our cruising altitude for the flight. As we begin to settle in, I do want to remind you to please keep your seat elbows clear from the aisle, as the flight attendants will be coming through the cabin with galley carts shortly. Also, one more reminder to please refrain from congregating to the front of the alley where the flight deck door is located. Thank you.
It looks like the plane wants us to enter our destination data already. I was getting too carried away then, looking at my laptop at other things. Okay, perf. Next. Here we go. What's it doing on the ground in LA? Let's have a look. 1024. 024. And what's the temperature? 19. And 240 and 11. There we go. We've got 59 miles to Angel, however I'm supposed to say that. And according to our top of descent calculator, we need 51 to get ourselves down, 51 miles to get ourselves down to 19,000 feet. So the time is almost upon us. Another 3 miles and then we'll start. Not sure where to fly tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, about 9:15 AM, we're going to be live. We're kind of good until lunchtime, really. Just not sure where to go. Not sure what to fly. Not sure where to go. Can't make up my mind about anything. Right, there we go. That's the plane's going to start descending. Go down to 19,000 feet. Keep our eye on the speed because look, it's not exactly a tailwind, but it's coming from, certainly not coming from in front of us, so we'll keep an eye on that. Maybe we need some speed brakes, things like that.
From the flight deck, ladies and gentlemen, as you may have noticed, we have begun our initial descent down to our destination. Now would be a good time to wrap up any business you need to take care of as we prepare for our approach. If you are up, once you return to your seat, we ask that you remain seated until the aircraft arrives safely at the gate. Flight attendants, please prepare the cabin for arrival.
Right, here's LA coming on up. Not far away now. Not far. Let's have a look. So we're 84 miles away from the runway, track miles from the runway. Although really it's a very straight line, really, from here. There's a slight curve, but nothing much. So we're headed down to this waypoint. I've put 19,000 in because this is actually a range between 19,000 and 24,000. So the value we have here, the 21.5, is the computer sort of splitting the difference. 17,000 is the next one. We've got to be above. 14,000, we've got to be above. Oh no, I was going to say above 13, but no, it's not. Again, this is a split in the difference. So we could go down to 12. Speed restriction as well at 270 on the way in at Circus. Then 10, again above 10. 9. And 8, 7, 6. These are all aboves, I think. There's like 4 miles basically in between each one. Decel, then 5, 4, and then pick up the ILS. Zoom ourselves out, look, you can see we've basically just got a straight line with a bit of a kink. Really not far. There we get ourselves down to 17,000 now. And what was this, 14? I think we could safely put 14 in the window, because we're not going to get below 17 before we get to this waypoint, which is the 17 waypoint. The 13 is where we split the difference, so we could go down to 12. Keep it at 14 there for now. Get a bit bumpy. Now, what was local pressure? 102.4. go down to 12. Also got our speed limit coming up of 270. Let's get that locked in. Should be possible to achieve that with good speed brakes. I would say we timed that quite well. Perfect. Right, down to 10. Where things start to get a little bit busier. We also need to be down at 250 by that point, so let's get that on the go as well, shall we? This is where VNAV would come in really handy. Let's get our lights on. 10,000 feet. We've already transitioned to local pressure, so that's good. Hey, welcome back, Harry. Just in time, just at 10,000 feet. LAX is nearly upon us. If I put 5,000 in there, will it be able to track? I wonder. I was just saying, Harry, this is where VNAV's going to come in super handy. Because if you look at the route into LAX, it's every waypoint 8, 7, 6, and it goes 5, 4. So. We get down to 7. See the runways down there? We're almost completely in, well, we are completely in line. If you look at the routes, just a straight line all the way home. That's 7,000. Now we go down to 6. Decel in 6 miles. So you can see we're in line with the runway, just. Interestingly, the wind is not doing what it said it would do. It says 240 and 11, we're at 3.3 and 11. So I suspect that will switch on us quite rapidly. Maybe live weather will be up to its usual tricks. For decel. Let's get some flaps on the go. So we've got approach mode on. Just going to have a little look out the window while the flaps extend. Run up on 200 knots. Flaps full. There we go. So 24 right, so the rightmost runway that you can see there. That's where we're headed. And I see the wind has changed. Of course it has. It's flight sim. Turns on a dime, that wind. Okay, let's get our auto brakes set to medium. Speed brakes armed. Flaps are full. Lights are on. Everything's going well. All that's required now is for me to ruin it.
$2,500.
Yeah.
Flight attendants, please prepare for landing.
Right, let's get the yoke cam on the go. Here we go. Eyes down for a full house. My aircraft. You know what we didn't do? Seatbelts. Everything's going nicely. Nice gentle little headwind. Nothing too crazy. Need to get over to the left a little bit according to this. I'm not entirely sure I buy that. I feel like we're pretty good as we are. Looks like we're a little bit low if anything. There we go. That feels better.
$1,000.
Feeling a bit lumpy. Definitely got some turbulence then. Definitely felt something. Not sure what that was. Whether that was a little gust or... Right, come on FPS. Don't mess up on me now. It's not feeling particularly responsive, I'm not going to lie. Need to get over to the left just a touch.
$500.
So it's feeling good.
$400.
Drifting ourselves over to the right, aren't we?
$300. $200.
Okay.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. 5.
I will take that all day long. Reverse thrust. Please and thank you. There we go. That was pretty good. I was happy with that. Struggled a little bit on the centre line, but we did have a bit of wind blowing us around. Not much, admittedly. Get my excuses in now. That was definitely better than the one in Vegas. But the one in Vegas was more challenging. We had much more of a wind going on. Ah, that was a good flight. I enjoyed that very much. I still don't know where to go tomorrow. We'll be live at 9:15 AM tomorrow morning and I don't know where to go. I don't even know what to fly in. So many unanswered questions. Right. Is there a shortcut? I feel like there's a shortcut around here somewhere. Leeds Bradford. Okay, yeah, we could land there. Where do we take off from? Maybe do something like Alicante? That might be cool. Maybe we do it in the 737. Take the new yoke for a spin on its first full flight. I predict many a go around. Many a go around. Because we're still definitely in learning mode with that one. Manchester to Leeds, that wouldn't take long. I mean, I basically got until like lunchtime, so we could potentially go somewhere that's like a 2-hour flight. And land in Leeds. Make Leeds our destination. It's been ages since I've been in Leeds. Manchester, Leeds, Bradford. That would be too short, I think. That would be a little bit too much like on the short side. For the amount of time that we have, anyway. Very heavy rain expected in the morning. What, in Leeds? That could be fun. We like a challenge. Although saying that, if we're flying the 737 with the new yoke, maybe I don't want a challenge. Maybe I want somewhere nice and easy. It's bad enough going into nice, calm airports at the moment. Just a totally different skill set. Oh, Alicante, heavy rain. Oh, no way. That's unusual, isn't it? Then I suppose, like you say, it's February, so... Well, maybe we'll do a cold and dark in Alicante, and then head back to Leeds. That would be a nice little route. And that would be the perfect length of time as well, given the time that we'll have tomorrow. That sounds like a winner to me. And also tell you don't use real-time weather. What makes you say that? Is it the way it switches? That's my main complaint with it. The worst one, I think, was coming into Gatwick. We went Belfast to Gatwick, and my goodness, yeah, it was like it was like we had a crosswind of, I forget what it was, coming at us from the right, and then we're on final approach I must have been at about 1,200 feet, and then the whole plane just shook as the weather system just completely reloaded, and we had a crosswind of about 30 knots coming at us from the complete opposite direction. I was just like, man, why does it do that? Alicante's on a red alert. Wow. It almost makes me want to go and have a look a bit more. I don't mind taking off in a red alert, I just don't fancy landing in one. A bit heavy on the rudder input there. Yeah, I can usually get us off the ground okay in tricky conditions, it's just getting back down that's the problem. That is the problem. Right, let's find us a stand, shall we? Anyway, thank you for the company tonight, I appreciate it. I've had a lovely time. I've very much enjoyed the flights. It's nice to get back in the A320 again after focusing a bit more on the 737 of late. Obviously what with having the new yoke. I didn't do it again, did I? Hey Spicy, how's it going? Just in time for the stream to end, unfortunately. We've just done a return from LAX to Vegas. So LAX, Vegas and back. We're back in Vegas. But fear not, we'll be live again 9:15 AM UK time tomorrow. Yeah, like you say, Harry, takeoffs are easy, it's just the landings. Did I see the 737-900 was just released? I did, yeah. And I kind of went into tonight's stream thinking it might be a bit on the quiet side because I know a lot of other flight simmers are busy tonight, probably with that. Yeah, lots of streamers that are doing like their review flights on it, things like that. So that's okay. It's kind of why I went for the A320 as well, because I thought if I fly my 737-8, it might... yeah, it might not be quite what people are looking for because they're probably after the 900. So I figured I'd just do something totally different, take the Airbus out for a spin. So if Boeing isn't your thing, there's somewhere for you to go tonight. Did I like the new yoke? The new yoke, Rock Pebbler, is absolutely amazing. It's absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with it. The only thing is, like I said, I've said it a few times now, it has completely, and when I say completely, I mean completely. Whoops, wrong button. It's completely reset my ability to fly. It's a completely different skill set altogether. I think I'm getting there with it now. I've done a couple of streams. I did one yesterday, and I did one on, I think it was last Thursday. Basically where we just did loops. We picked an airport, took off, got to like 3, 4, 5,000 feet. Take off, loop around the airfield and land, and just again and again and again and again. And that really helped. That really did help so much. And I'm at the point now where I feel maybe at like 50-60% confidence on the yoke versus what I'm used to on the joystick. Because you've got to keep in mind, like I've been simming on and off now since I was like 10 years old. And I'm now 34. So that's a lot of muscle memory on a joystick. Now granted, I haven't been simming that entire time. I remember I got like a Pentium 3 PC back in the day with a Voodoo graphics card, if anyone's old enough to remember that. And I had the Flight Sim 2000. If you Google it, it's got a picture of Concorde on the box. And that's what I started in. I bought a Microsoft Sidewinder joystick. That was all the rage back then. And then I sort of fell off the bandwagon after that for a little bit. Started with a bit of X-Plane 11 a few years back, and then when this came out, I was like, "This is it. This is my moment up. This is when I need to get back into simming properly," because I had missed it. I'd missed it so much, and this was, yeah, it was the shove I needed. Put it that way. But yeah, for all that time, I've been on joystick. Just joystick, joystick, joystick. And I went on a 737 sim experience day in the summer, and the instructor And I said, you know, have you done anything like this before? And I said, well, I play a lot of flight sim, but feel free to explain it all to me like I'm 5 years old, because I've never flown yoke. I've only ever flown joystick. I mostly fly Airbus, which I guess is fine because Airbus is joystick. So yeah, the instructor was great. Gave me a load of tips, but again, it just felt so weird on the yoke. So weird. The instructor did say that the yoke that I was using in that sim is basically the... he said it was actually taken out of a 737, and then they modded it to basically be plugged into a USB thing so the sim can understand it. But he said the only way to actually get any realer than what you're in is to actually jump in the plane. And I can say that the yoke that I have here in front of me feels remarkably similar to the one that I used in the sim. Not exactly the same, but pretty close, which I think is testament to the job Thrustmaster have done on it. It's quite incredible. So hats off to him. It's just it's all on me now. I need to up my game a little bit, but it's a fun learning experience. That's what I like about it. I think that's kind of why I like simming, because there's always something more to learn. And the more you learn, the more you uncover, and then the more there is to learn again. So it just keeps going and going and going and going. And it's I think that's what makes it such a fun hobby. They're doing a flight sim again at Manchester Airport. Oh, cool. Yeah, the one I went in was it wasn't like a full motion one. It was more a... I forget what they said the sim was. I said to them, like, what is the actual sim we're using? And they said, I think they said it was called Pro Sim. I mean, it looked a bit ropey. Like, having used this for so long, it's kind of like stepping back to Flight Sim 2000 days. The graphics were pretty primitive, but the feel of it was good. You couldn't like the feel of the plane. It was spot on. Felt really good. But yeah, I'd like to go in a full motion one. That'd be quite cool. That'd be really cool. Plus, I mean, I was rubbish in that 737 day. It didn't go well for me. Like, the landing was terrible. I got 2 landings. We basically did 2 loops at Bristol Airport. That's where they kind of put me. And yeah, I mean, it wasn't a good show. It wasn't like, I didn't like amaze the instructor. Like, oh my goodness, you're so talented. You should be a real pilot. There was none of that. It's kind of like, oh, well done. That's really good. When we both knew it was a bit rubbish. So I think it'd be interesting to maybe do another one in a year or so, once I've had a load of time on the Boeing yoke here, and then see how it compares and contrasts. Then that'd be quite interesting. Yeah, the trim is tricky, Harry. I don't really know what the best thing to do with the trim is, other than just kind of keep moving it around until it feels right. Like, sort of nose up, nose down. If you feel the plane wanting to nose down, then trim up. I mean, if you're in autopilot, it kind of trims itself anyway, much like the Airbus. So if you leave autopilot on until you're basically on final approach, by which point, once you're on final with approach speed set, the trim is kind of preset for you. So when you come out of autopilot, it was there's kind of no trimming to do. That's how I find I have the best results anyway. But I mean, I guess you can kind of offset it in your own inputs if you just kind of like hold back constantly or push forward constantly. But Jameson, how you doing? Oh, we've just finished for the night. I'm sorry. We started in LA, went to Vegas, and now we're back in LA. Spicy, I remember when I did one of those. I took over the instructor's job. Oh, good for you. Yeah, that was definitely not me on that day. Definitely not me. Cool experience though. It'd be nice to do like a proper one. You know, like with the full motion on the hydraulic legs, and yeah, the ones that like actual caps. I mean, to be clear, the one I went in, I don't know. It was just like in a room. They built a cockpit in a room with some projectors. Impressive. It'd be quite cool to go in a proper one. That would be cool. Anyway, it's getting late. I need to go to bed. I'll be back again at 9:15 a.m. tomorrow. Alicante to Leeds, Bradford. By the sounds of it, that could be quite a cool. That could be quite a cool little trip. That I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully, we get off the ground okay in Alicante. But we'll have to see. Anyway, thank you all for the company. Thank you all for the likes and the all of that good stuff on YouTube. It really does mean the world. Keeping on trying to grow this channel. Maybe it'll turn into something. Who knows? But yeah, I'm gonna head off to bed. I wish you all the very best, and hopefully see you in the next stream. Take care.